Well, hello everybody. Oh my gosh, I am so excited that you all are here with me today. I haven't done something that's face to camera, that's now vlog style in a long time. So I'm really excited to be here. We're filming super late at night, but that is okay. And I'm so excited. I can't wait. So thank you to all of you who submitted questions. So as you can see from the title, I am doing a Q&A today. A lot of your questions were planner related, which is great, but please know that any information that I share here is just my opinion. I am not an expert. Feel free to use the Google or go to the company websites if you have any specific questions about products that I'm going to talk about in this video. We'll just jump right in. A bunch of people were saying, what is Go Wild? I've never heard of it. I've never heard of Wild for Planners, anything like that. And I just wanted to let you guys know that it is one of, I would say, probably the top 3. I think it's probably the oldest conference. It typically happens every year for planners specifically. And the tickets are a pretty penny, that's for sure. And it is a pretty good sized time commitment, but from the videos that they show on their YouTube channel, which I will link down below, and the stories that I have heard from folks about connecting with other people in the planner community, it looks like a blast. So I'm really excited to go for a 3-day conference with all of my other planner babes, and I am going with a positive attitude, and I cannot wait to see all of you. Side note, it is going to be held in Anaheim, California. So if any of you are not going to the conference, but you are in the Anaheim area, Leanne and I are driving from Portland. So we will be there and we will have a car and availability potentially. Again, I've never been to this conference before, so I don't know what my time constraints are going to look like and how much of the day we're going to be in the conference and what kind of time we have, but we definitely want to say hello to as many of you as possible. So if we can even meet outside of the hotel, so people going into the conference as well as people who are in the Anaheim area who want to stop by and say hello to myself, to Leanne, or to both of us, we are excited to see you. So long story short, Go Wild is a planners only conference, and it is awesome. And I do believe also, because I know we have some younger planners in the community, I believe it's 21 and older. So make sure that you check out the website information before you purchase a ticket. I do know that tickets are still available as of filming this video. So you can attend in person or virtually if you do want to go. And I would love to see all of your faces there. I have my mobile device right here. So if you see me looking down, I am just going ahead and pulling up all of your questions from the community tab and from Instagram and that kind of thing. So let's jump into these questions. All right, and I did say nothing is off limits, so there is a question in here that is looking for a little bit of tea. So I'm gonna give you my answer. It might not be what you're looking for because I keep it positive around here, but I will give you an answer nonetheless. So here we go. How do you stay consistent with your planners? I have bought so many stickers and planners, but I am never consistent. Girl, me too. I look like I'm consistent with my planners on my YouTube channel, and to be honest, this year I am more consistent than I have ever been. But if you go back and you look at my channel and all of my planner setups and all of the things, you will see that I have ridden the same struggle bus that all of you guys have ridden as well. And I switched up my planners. I thought buying new stickers would help, but I really think the things that keep me the most consistent are, number one, filming my planners on YouTube, and that works for me. That doesn't work for everybody because not everybody films their planners and puts them on Instagram and YouTube and that kind of thing, but having that consistent schedule of knowing that people are interested in seeing what I am doing in my planners, and knowing that I kind of have like a bunch of accountability buddies here waiting to see what I'm doing in my planner updates, budget updates, like what are you doing? How can that help me? How can we work together to support one another? That is something that has helped me a lot this year. Number 2, finding a neutral dashboard layout has also helped me to stay consistent. So basically I had to kiss a bunch of planner frogs before I could find my planner Prince Charming or Princess Charming, however we want to say it. But I had to go through a bunch of different planners, figure out what my style was, figure out, am I colorful? Am I neutral? Am I spiral? Am I disc bound? Am I a happy planner? Am I, you know, a different style of planner? Can I try a binder or a rings or whatever, whatever those are? Am I more decorative? And am I more functional? I feel like planning is a process because nobody really tells us exactly how to do this paper planning thing. We are analog in a digital world, a lot of us. And I mean, I use my digital tools just as much as the next one, but I do feel like using a paper planner is something that not a lot of people do anymore. And decorative paper planning, so kind of smashing scrapbooking almost with paper planning, is not something that very many people do in the world, just in general. So I would say staying consistent is, for me, like having an accountability buddy. So whether that is posting on social media, whether that is making a planner bestie, whether that is calling up your mom and saying, hey, I did my planner today, making sure that kind of thing is there. Another thing that helps me to stay consistent is knowing that I absolutely have people depending on me. I have a job that depends on me. I have little humans that depend on me to get them where they're going. I have a husband who expects me to be a partner to him and to show up and making sure that we are working together. So those things as well really keep me grounded in my planner, because my planner helps me to accomplish those goals in my life. Those are the ways that I stay consistent. Having that accountability somewhere, having a layout that actually works for me and that keeps me both productive and gives me space to be decorative, those are the things that keep me the most consistent in my planner. I did make a video recently about how to stay consistent in your planner, so I'll link that down below so you can check that out as well. Oh, and that question came from Faithful Heart Beth. The other Go Wild question I didn't read the name of because that came from a whole bunch of different folks. Okay, and the next question comes from the Chocolate Journalist, and they said, or she said, will you always use a disc-bound system or will you use a different planner system? I am discs for life. I have tried spirals or coils, and I like the way that a coil looks. Like, I wish that I was like a permanent kind of planner like that. I like the way a coil looks. It's just not very functional for me. I don't like the idea of a binder because I feel like I'm still traumatized by my middle school binder, like popping open and all of my papers flying out. So that isn't something that's really interesting to me, but honestly, I think discs are where it's at for me, as well as something with fun, like doodly graphics. So if the Happy Planner went away, I've noticed that a lot of the other disc-bound styles are more neutral, and they are like, even, so here's what I'm looking for in a planner. I need it to be disc-bound. I need it to have fun dividers, but I need the layout of the planner that I write on to be neutral. And I feel like Happy Planner gives me all of that. And if there is another disc-bound system that also gave me that, I would definitely try it out, but there's just not right now. But I love the flexibility of discs. I love being able to franken-plan all of my planners into one. I don't like carrying 4 different planners. And so I think in that regard, discs are always going to be for me. And right now, the Happy Planner is my jam. If there were another brand that came out with graphics that I felt were as me as the Happy Planner are, I would definitely try it out. But for now, this is where I'm at. Okay, and then Stacy Laura says, how did you get started with decorative planning and using the Happy Planner? So I need to sit down and like record my planner story and like tell you guys how this all came to be. But basically, I was looking for something to organize my life. I have always been a planner. I used a planner in middle and high school. I was the person who went down to the college bookstore and picked up like the college university planner, and I wrote down all of my homework. Like, that is the extent of how I knew how to use a planner. And then I kind of stopped using a planner for a little while after I was out of college and just kind of being an adult for the 2 minutes it feels like before I had a child. Then when I had my daughter, I was, I went through like a year of motherhood and I was exhausted and I didn't know where anything was and I didn't know what I was doing, and I just wanted something to make me feel like I had my life together. I feel like a lot of other moms can relate to that, but I just wanted something that could make me feel like I had my life together. And then I saw an advertisement, and I think it was on Facebook, if I remember correctly. I think it was on Facebook, not in a group or anything, but just on the Facebook. I saw a planner. I saw the Erin Condren planner, and then I clicked on the ad, and then I saw that it cost $60. Little did I know that my hobby was gonna end up costing me much more than $60, but at that time, I couldn't rationalize $60 for a planner. So I went into Target and I think I found a day designer and I was like, this looks similar. I could probably make this work, but let's just see what else is out there. And then I had the bright idea to stop in Michael's, and I stopped in Michael's and I found the second release of the Happy Planner, and the rest is history. I will link my very first video down below of the Happy Planner and like me finding it and that kind of thing, and talking about it. It's really funny. Somebody actually commented on it recently and that like gave my heart so much joy that you guys are enjoying my video so much that you're checking out the very beginning of the journey. And then I was kind of in the mom space. Like I wanted to be a little mommy blogger. And so I was recording videos about my kids and like my journey to being a mom and that kind of thing. And then I realized that people were most interested in watching my planner content. And so I just started posting planners and here we are. So that is how I got into planning and decorative planning and that kind of thing. And I fell in love. I love the cute stickers. I used to also keep calendars. So I guess it really started back when I was a kid. My mom would buy me a calendar every year, and there were a couple of them that came with really cute stickers, and those were always my favorite. And so when I figured out that I could put stickers in my planner and stay on track, it was over. It was game over for me. So that's how I got here. Thank you for asking. Okay, Sarah Ratliff said, are you a one vehicle family? If so, for how long have you done it like that? And do you ever wish you had two vehicles? So yes, we are a one vehicle family, technically. So we have one gas car that we all share, and it works really well for us because we also really like to bike and we like to ride the scooter everywhere and all of that good stuff. So while we have just the one car that we use as a family, we also, have scooters and bikes and all kinds of things that we take out and about, which I think we probably use more than the car when we're just going like in the city. I also work from home, and this year my kids are doing virtual school. Next year they will be back in school, but their schools are like 5 minutes down the road, so we can bike them there. And my husband is going to be working from home. He was doing the stay-at-home dad thing, and now he's going to be working from home as well. So the only times that we need the car are when we go out, with friends or go out with each other or to family events. And most of those things we're either doing together or we can create some kind of a schedule in which we can share that easily. So our life is set up really well for being a one vehicle family, but I can see that if you have two parents that work outside of the home or somebody who travels often, that it could be necessary to have two vehicles. But for us, we have one vehicle and it works out really well. Let's see. Okay, this one says, this is from Danica Bays, and she says, have any tips on managing multiple planners? Do you ever find yourself using one more than the others? Absolutely. So my classic dashboard gets my attention probably more than any of the others. Second to that is my teacher planner because I use that one every day for work. The other ones, like I definitely need them to feel organized and to complete my lineup, but I don't think that if I had to choose two planners just to like narrow it down to like bare bones, those would be the planners that I would use. And I would incorporate everything else into those two planners. So it would be a work planner and a life planner. I probably would get rid of the wellness planner and that kind of thing. So I definitely do use some planners more than others. And sometimes I have a blank spread some weeks. And I think that we also need to get okay with that part of our planner and not stop the whole thing. Because I know for me in the past, when I am using multiple planners and I have skipped a week in my planner or something like that, I stop the entire thing. I'm like, well, I quit, this isn't working for me, instead of trying it again. So I think that we need to make sure that we are continuing to give it a try, but also changing up our system when it doesn't work. So using multiple planners, the biggest tip that I have is giving yourself time to be with your planners, because using multiple planners and doing paper planning in general takes time. And if we are not sitting down and giving ourselves dedicated time to be in those planners, we're not going to be able to keep up with them. So for me, and I have filmed a planner routine video as well. I have a few more planner routine videos coming for you guys as well. But the one that I have currently, I talk about, I sit down with my planner in the morning before my kids get up at all. I also check in with it multiple times during the day. I carry it around the house with me. I carry a mini in my purse so that I can jot things down. And then I also do a reflection and my journaling at night. So I have scheduled specific times where I can look at my planners. Giving yourself dedicated time to decorate and to look in your planners are the keys to keeping up with multiple planners, in my opinion. If you guys also use multiple planners and you have tips on how to do that, leave those down below for our friend who is asking this question. This question is from Margaret Martinez, and she says, "Hi Caitlin." Hi Margaret. She says, "Have you always lived in Portland?" And basically, yes. So I was born here, and then I went to college in Salem, or around Salem, which is the Oregon State capital. And then while I was there, I studied abroad for a month in the UK. So I lived there for a little while. And then when we had our daughter, so my husband and I met at college. We were just boyfriend and girlfriend back then. But when we had our daughter, we moved up to Portland because that's where my family lives. And that is where we have stayed so far. I have talked relentlessly on the podcast about all of the things that I love about the Pacific Northwest. I could live here forever. I think my husband probably would prefer to live in a warmer climate where he could garden year round, but there's nothing that I love more than being in the Pacific Northwest. It is the perfect place for me. Okay, and then this one says, this is from Jessica T, and she says, "How do you stay consistent with making videos every single day? I just started my channel and I'm struggling." Girl, the struggle is so real. Number one, I don't sleep. No, I'm just kidding. I do not advocate for that, but really I have to carve out that time to make videos. The biggest thing for me is that my schedule allows me to have time to make videos. So I film every day. So the video that you see, I have filmed the night before and then I upload it the next day. So I'm not like ahead on videos. Sometimes I can be, but really I film one video a day and then it goes up the next day. In the past, I have batch filmed, which also really helped, but I work from home and so I can film a video on my lunch break if I need to. I can get up early in the morning before my kids and before I have to start teaching live class, and then I can film at that time and I can edit throughout the day. I can film as soon as I'm done with work because I'm already at home. So my work from home schedule really allows me flexibility to create content pretty much whenever I want to, aside from when I am working. The other thing is I have a setup of lights and things that is like preset. So it just stays on my desk. It stays there. I never have to move it. I don't have to reset it up every single time. And I feel like that helps me out as well, because I don't have to, you know, get the lights out and get the planners out and figure out what stickers I'm going to use in my spread. So making it as simplified as possible really helps. And then also, if you are working outside the home or have a very busy schedule, I would also definitely recommend batch filming. So that basically looks like filming 3 videos in a day when you can, and planning videos lend themselves really nicely to that as well, because it's not like we're daily vloggers or something where we have to pull that content every single day. We can film ahead. We can film, you know, like I could film my Happy Planner 101 videos whenever. I could film 2 shopping vlogs and change my shirt in one day if I needed to do that. I could pre-plan out my content, which I also do sometimes, and then just being aware of also like release seasons and that kind of thing for when you can film a bunch of videos that I would consider easier to film and edit. I find that it's easier to film and edit videos that I'm super stoked about because I don't have a lot of those filler words, but that's another little behind the curtain piece. But those would be my tips for staying the most consistent with your YouTube channel. And if you are looking to grow and make this like a side hustle, or just even, you know, grow because you want to grow and be excited about your channel, staying consistent is the biggest key to growing on YouTube, in my opinion. So whether you are posting every day or whether you're posting twice a week, make sure that you pick 2 days or the same time every day or what have you to post your videos, and that is going to help you so much. Growing on YouTube at first is going to feel very slow, and that is just how the cookie crumbles. There are ways that you can get your videos seen and that kind of thing, and if you're interested, I can share tips that have worked for me. Again, I'm a very small fish in a very large sea, so I don't know it all, but I would be more than happy to share any and all information that I know, that I have learned along the way, and I would love to help aspiring creators. Again, it is it is going to be slow going at first, and that is going to feel painful, and it's going to be like, well, why aren't my videos getting seen, and why are all of those videos getting seen? It's really hard to grow at first, but the more that you do it and the more consistent you can be, the easier it's going to become. And then this person also said, have you ever thought about using a planner? I kind of answered this earlier when I was talking about what do I only use disc bound planners and that kind of thing. So right now, the Happy Planner is where I feel great and I feel very comfortable and I know how to use that planning system. So I have thought about using other planners, and every once in a while I'll get the itch to try something new. But honestly, the Happy Planner is where my heart is, and I don't see myself leaving that brand anytime soon. 021TOZA says, what are some sticker book ideas that you wish would come out? Can be Happy Planner or indie shops. That is so interesting. So I would just say give me all of the seasonal doodle planner stickers. Like I remember, and I can't remember what the name of that planner is, but it was from, I want to say like 2017, maybe 2018. And it had the blue cover and it had all of the doodles, and it was like the first doodly seasonal planner. That planner has always had my heart, and I am absolutely obsessed with that planner, and I wish that they would bring more of that back. So give me all of the doodly seasonal stickers. Also give me 100% like a full-on rainbow foil, neutral foil, colorful boxes plus dots. Like give me a mega sticker book of only colorful boxes and dots, just all of the functional stickers plus the seasonal doodle sticker book, and I would be a happy camper. I would never need to buy any more stickers. So that's probably what I would design. And I do love seeing all of the creative things that indie shops come out with. Sometimes you guys come out with stuff that I would never have even thought about. So I think that's amazing. You guys are all incredibly talented. Happy Planner sticker design teams and also the indie shops. I love seeing all of the creativity that comes out of this community. So give me the seasonal, give me the functional. That is my jam for sure. Okay, and we're gonna end this on a bang. Okay, so my good friend Nikki J Plans, hey Nikki, she said, what advice would you give to a friend that is being attacked by mean people? And then her follow-up question is, they are painting her as someone that she is not. I would say those people are not your friends. Those people are not your friends, period, point blank. I would just say to set very clear boundaries with people who are, number one, not painting you in the way that you would like, and then number two, like maybe even do some self-reflection. So I do feel like sometimes people are a mirror for other people. Maybe like some of those things that they are saying about that person might have a little smidge of truth to them, even if it's not coming across in the best way. Maybe take that time to do some self-evaluation and analyze, is that friendship for me? Are we good friends? Is this a healthy friendship? Am I both benefiting from this friendship and giving everything that I should be giving to this friendship? That is what I would do in that scenario. And if you find that you are not good friends or you can't resolve the conflict, I always feel that it is best to go your separate ways before things get ugly. And this is me reflecting on my own personal experiences. I have had friendships both in the planner community and out of the planner community that have imploded or even exploded. You know, I feel like sometimes, especially female friendships, they can be very almost downright passionate. Like, especially if you are close with people, you start to share your heart and your feelings and you really start to open up to people and that kind of thing. But no matter what, I would say try to end things in a way where you can both just wish each other well. And if there's anybody that I have ever had a conflict that happens to stumble across this video, anybody that I've ever had a conflict with, I honestly, like, no matter what personal conflict we have had, I wish everybody well, both in the planner community and outside of the planner community. So that's not me like being toxically positive or anything like that, but that's just me like wanting to put that positive energy out into the world. Even if that friendship isn't meant for me, that doesn't mean that I need to wish that person ill will, and I definitely don't. So let me see if I fully answered that, because that was a long question. So what advice would you give to a friend that's being attacked by mean people? And I guess the other thing is, like, if that's happening on social media, take a break. If that's happening in your personal life, block their phone number for a little while. If that's happening in a friend group and maybe you're like the person on the outside of that, take a break from that friend group. Maybe call another friend that you haven't seen in a while. Maybe call some family. I would just say, like, give the situation space. In my opinion, I don't think there is any situation that can't benefit from taking some space. I think that's so much better than like talking constantly and then getting into a big argument. So definitely like take yourself out of that situation if you can, and then I don't know, do some of that self-work, do some of that reflection and that healing. And if you find that that situation or that scenario has really hurt you and has really damaged you, and that sounds a little bit like woo-woo, like trauma and damage, but like sometimes those things really happen for us in those friendships. I would just say seek therapy no matter what. In any situation, space in a friendship or in a relationship and seeking therapy can heal so many different things. And it's not a cure-all by any means, but I'm a big believer in like taking care of your mental health and setting clear boundaries, and then also like being willing to give and see all sides of a situation. So that is just me. I hope that that's not alluding to something that you're going through. And if there is anyone who is going through something like that, I really hope that it resolves quickly and you move on and you find friends who will love you for exactly who you are. So that is the Q&A for today. That was a long one, but thank you all for your amazing questions. I was able to get to all of your questions, and thank you again for writing in those questions. That is amazing. If you ever have other questions, please leave them in the comment section of this video, or when we do another one of these, I'll put up another little comment box. So thank you again for watching, and if you're new here, hello, my name is Caitlin, and my hair does not always look like this. This is just a fun day. But thank you so much for watching. I love to do planning and productivity, shopping, and sharing hauls of planner and crafty projects and things. So if those are things that you like, I would love it if you would hit that red subscribe button down below and go ahead and follow along this fun little corner of the internet. And if you are a planner babe and you are new here, I am going to be going to Go Wild, and I have lots of Go Wild vlogs coming up. I do shopping vlogs weekly, so if those are things that you enjoy, as well as Plan With Me's and all of the other fun planner stuff, please hit that red subscribe button down below, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and leave me a comment below with, let's see, leave me the chili pepper emoji down below because this Q&A was a little spicy. So thank you so much for watching. And then if you would like to find any other places where you can connect with me, you can connect with me on Instagram at creatinginchaos_official. Thank you to those of you who have come over and followed me over there as well. You can also find me on Patreon, and I do have new patrons, so be on the lookout for more perks coming very soon. And thank you so much for joining that community. And then as always, please use any of my affiliate links and coupon codes for small shops, big shops like the Happy Planner and Joann's, and all of the other things in between. So thanks again for being here. And by the way, you guys, have fun today.